Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I want to make a quick video on the 2020 dealer meeting from today. If you didn't see any of the videos, I suggest you watch Matt Laidlaw's. I'll link it up above. He kind of ran through all the bikes today. I know that John Maxwell is going to be having videos coming out. I know he's out there as well. The things that I did like today, the good things that I'll say, well, first of all, the Livewire, it's a sign of things to come, and I know a lot of guys hate the price tag, the $30,000. I'm really not mad about that. I know the comments down below, people just obliterate that. I've seen it. But it's basically their entry into that realm, and I'm totally okay with that being just a real expensive version of, you know, the best bike they can possibly put out, and assuming cheaper bikes are coming. So the full specs are out on a Livewire now on the website, but I'm not going to get into that on this video. I'll make that a whole nother video down the road. The Sportsters, I'm happy with that. And what's funny is I actually guessed that they were going to cut from 7 to 4, and I was going to do a video on this last week. I thought they were going to keep the super low over the 48. I was wrong on that, but I was actually closer than I thought that I would be. The Softail lineup didn't really change a whole lot except for the Lowrider S. That's an awesome bike. I think that's definitely targeted towards the younger crowd. The price is right. It's a ripper. It's a 114. The thing weighs like 600 some pounds. It's going to be a rocket. I think that bike is a really great platform for somebody that's younger that really wants to kind of build it out, maybe do like a club style bike or something like that. I think the Lowrider S is a really nice bike. So happy they brought that out. The rest of the Softails pretty much stayed the same. The really good stuff, the electronics, super happy with what I've seen out of Harley today. It's actually really, really big stuff, and a lot of the guys in the last couple of videos were just crushing me on it's a motorcycle, put your phone away, you don't need all electronics and all that stuff. And really to that I just say you're old and you don't get it. That's fine, you don't have to, but the younger guys do, and Harley finally came to the table with some legitimate electronic updates that were long overdue, and a lot of people have been saying this for quite a while, not just me. They have the TPMS, which is pretty big. There is a gripe I have with that, but telematics, so now on your phone with all like the touring bikes and everything, you can get some updates of somebody's tinkering with your bike. It's connected through cellular connectivity, the Harley-Davidson app, and so the security system's in there, your maintenance data, and miles till empty, all those things are now relayed to your phone, and I think that's awesome. I think that's a sign of modern tech. Good job, Harley. You have cornering enhanced electronic linked braking. They call that CELB. I believe that's to basically keep you on your trajectory, basically. You also have cornering enhanced anti-lock braking systems, which that's been a big one. I know a lot of guys have been saying the European bikes have had this for quite a while. It's something that needs to be there, and it's here now. Cornering enhanced traction control. And I believe that's the one that you can actually, as you're in a turn, if you gun it, the bike's not going to want to get squirrely and kick out from underneath you. And this drag torque slip control systems, I was reading about this, pretty interesting. So if you grab a gear too low and pop the clutch, typically you get kind of thrown forward. And this is supposed to, I guess, give more throttle to ease into that, which that's pretty cool. I think that's a nice addition. Vehicle hold control. So finally, if you're on a hill and you have vehicle hold control, you can hold the bike, the brakes will hold until you take off, and it'll keep the bike from rolling backwards. That's pretty cool. So now let's get into the bad. This is where Harley just can't stop being Harley, and I don't mean in the good way, I mean in the bad way, and this is the Harley tax. So now you have these 2020 touring bikes, and you have this TPMS, which is basically standard on, I believe it's standard only on the Ultras and higher, and then anything underneath that, and correct me in the comments if you read the spec sheets differently, but as I'm reading these spec sheets, this is not standard on a Road Glide, Street Glide, or even if you get into the Street Glide specials or Road Glide specials. Nope, you need to go over to the parts counter and shell out $200. And it's like, does Harley really need that $200? In my opinion, that $200 is going to make more enemies than it's going to make money. And that's the kind of thing where Sure, you may get my $200 today, but I might go buy an Indian 2 years from now because of that $200. So I just think that's not smart. I don't understand that thought process. Give it to everybody who's spending more than $20,000 on a motorcycle. It's a $200 thing. It's going to be more of a pain in the neck to have to take the tires off. Literally going to have to take the tires off, put the module in there, and reseat the tires. It's like a whole process. That $200 module is probably going to cost $400 at the shop before it's all said and done. I don't understand why they're doing this stuff. Another thing in the bad, how are you not putting LEDs everywhere on these bikes now? It looks old to me, and that's one thing that I think you could cheaply implement, because now cost of manufacturing, you do it on a larger scale, you can drive those costs down, and the whole line of bikes just looks that much newer by doing something as simple as just going LEDs everywhere. People already love the LEDs on the Softails. I love it on my Heritage. Why are you not doing that? Those are just the things, like the Harley-Davidson things to me, that I just don't get it. The other thing I look at, I originally was going to say that I think they should do away with the specials, but now looking at the spec sheets and comparing a basic Street Glide to a Street Glide Special and then to an Ultra, and I guess I get it now, but I do think that with what they've added in the Ultra line of bikes, where you can pay, I want to say it's $1,900 to black out everything, they should really offer that in the regular Street Glide and Road Glide. Let guys pay that $1,900 at the time they buy the bike to get everything blacked out, and everybody's going to say, well, that would compete with a Street Glide Special, but it's not, because a Street Glide Special still has your upgraded boombox system. It has your 114 for a motor. You have the stretched bags. There's still enough to differentiate a base Street Glide from a Street Glide Special, and being able to offer the $1,900 blacked out feature or version of that bike. And then you would allow younger guys, because I'm telling you, the young guys just don't want to buy a Street Glide that's all chromed out. There's going to be a couple of you that are going to tell me in the comments down below that that's how you prefer it. But majority, in really industry research, you look at like every single car that's out there now, they all have these blacked out versions, and it's not because they're not selling. So people want that. That's why you wanted to offer that as an option. It would get younger guys to buy those bikes. It just would. So I think they should do that. I don't know why they're not. Now into the ugly. What are they doing with this CVO Tri-Glide? I mean, look, I get it that there's older guys out there that want to ride these Harley trikes, and I don't think that the older guys out there that want to ride the Harley trikes, I don't think they shouldn't have a CVO, but I do think that you should certainly have a CVO Sport Glide, or even keep the CVO Road Glide in there. And there's a lot of guys that are really peeved about that being gone. In my opinion, you're just readjusting your market target to the older guy when the younger guy is really your future. So I'm not by no means spitting on the older guys and saying that you don't deserve to have a CVO, but a close to $50,000 Tri-Glide, I'm a little bit blown away by that. I also think that most of the older guys who are really still wanting to ride and are going to buy that Tri-Glide are probably in a position that they're able to kind of build out their CVO or their bike themselves. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with that, but I'm just not super into the whole Tri-Glide CVO for the fact of the message that I think it's sending. It's a different kind of brand message. I don't know. That's the way that I view it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. So I've been harping on Harley-Davidson now for the last few videos, and I'll continue to share what I think is not smart, and I ultimately would love to see the brand succeed. I mean, I bought this $35 hat, but I'm just kidding. I have my Heritage, and I love Harley as a brand. I want to see them succeed, and I'm looking at these bikes today that came out. The most compelling bike that I see as an entitled millennial is the 2020 Ultra Limited. And as I'm looking at these bikes, you'd say, well, geez, that's an old guy's bike. And yeah, sort of. But the fact that they offer that $1,900 blacked out option, makes that bike look as if it's more of a street glide. And then he would say, well, then why don't you just buy a street glide special? And sure, it's $1,000 cheaper, or maybe $2,000 cheaper, depending on how you option it out. But with the Ultra, you're getting that TPMS sensor, you're getting a liquid cooled bike, you're getting your lower fairings, you're getting your back tour pack. And I look at that Ultra Limited as exactly the bike that I could build into what I think Harley-Davidson should be selling today, which would be a stripped down version of that Ultra Limited. And basically, I would like to buy that bike and turn it into a liquid cooled street glide special, basically. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. This is my, well, probably end of my rant as far as what I was expecting going into 2020. It's all out on the table now. You guys see what Harley-Davidson has come out on the table with here. I will be doing some test rides in the near future on some of these bikes. So leave down in the comments below which bikes you'd like to see me take out. Let me know what you think about this lineup and just Harley-Davidson in general. So thank you very much. I will see you guys next time. Take care.